Peace. All right. Properly, respectfully. I'm gonna say top of the morning, sun up. The name Supreme Intelligent God Allah, God Body, a 5% teacher. I'm known as PAQ-MAN. A lot of people know me as PAQ-MAN. I wanna make it a smooth transition. Call myself polite, but the name PAQ-MAN, a whole lot of weight instead of the name Supreme Intelligent God Allah. I'm gonna get straight to the point. What I'm about to talk about real quick, as far as what I deal with in my department. Cause I've been doing this for a while now. I've been building and destroying for a very, very long time. I've been building and destroying for a very long time in places with no commercials. When there's no commercial, we have a different form of militancy, a different form of urgency. Guards don't play behind the wall nowhere on planet Earth. Because it's just about their map. Those that I was grew up around in the 80s and 90s into 2000, the new generation brothers now under the age of 30 and 40, y'all got a different concept. Y'all have a different way of dealing with the map. Y'all don't take it as serious as they used to when I was coming up. This is why when we was building coming up, we had to form another group because we was fighting other brothers that didn't have knowledge of self because they had a lot of loose lips. You know what I'm saying? And when you have loose lips, it sinks ships. So when you don't have knowledge of self, you ignorant person, you're a savage to the happiness, and you deal with a brother who's civilized, he's trying to teach you something. You know, so this is why we got something called 52 blocks. The brother's got one of the meanest hand skills in New York State prison and New York City streets. A lot of Muslim brothers, a lot of guards, you know what I'm saying? Those who strive for perfection are writing exactly the best of their ability. You know what I mean? They're not trying to promote our sisters to be prostitutes or try to sell certain things that will cause harm. They always find new ways to make money, new creative ideas, either making their own water, food, designs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guards on earth are very talented brothers and sisters, very talented. Now, because of the fake, and I'm not saying fake guards, but the guards who's not writing exact or they're not striving for perfection. And a lot of y'all are influencing women by words, which is what wisdom's for. But action, the knowledge, the foundation, which you're supposed to be having first, is how can I say it's not showing to prove what's your purpose, what's your goal. Now I said to say this: we all talk about money and survival and do what we need to be happy, food, shelter, clothing, the 12 years of life. If you're not a 5%er, and I find it very respectful, if you're not a 5%er, or at least serious about building on 5% knowledge, or the concept of what we have in our lessons, or to add on to better our whole, then fall back, stop taking advantage of my brothers, and stop taking advantage of my sisters. You know what I mean? Because they're not all thoroughbreds, they're not all warriors, they're not all bangers. These are civilized people. These are civilized women. These are civilized men. So if you don't have the same passion, the concept, respect for the lessons of their foundation, you're a different type of brother, a different type of teaching. You come amongst my civilized brothers and sisters and manipulate them for whatever your personal gain, and you abusing them. In due time, I'm gonna take care of all that. I know that's how that shit works. Because like I said, I had to do my homework, I had to renew my history, I had to do my homework. When I got knowledge of self, I fast for 3 4 days. You know what I'm saying? I've been in cycles. I almost got my ass kicked, and I've been checked a few times. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know what it is to be disciplined, universal. You feel me? At the same time, I know it's a time when we put with a small group of us had a meeting and said we got to add on because now we know who we are. We're trying to teach brother, and they got a concept like fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, and it's getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? We winning, but we lose at the same time. So we got to build. And so this is where we have this brotherly love over our oppression and destruction, and to show and prove that you can't civilize certain devils, certain way of life. These brothers that we supposed to have mentored to be a certain kind of brothers, they because they lacked the 120, it's showing proof that if you don't have 120 as a foundation, you're not right exact no matter what you pretend to be and what you portray to be. Because what's going to happen is it was an action was show and prove other. It will show and prove other than a civilized person. You feel me? So I understand what's going on because the population, the brothers that now is 120 who are serious about their lessons are older, they got things going on, they got their family, they got their structure, they got their seeds. The new brothers and sisters that's fluctuating around right now are not really established. They don't own businesses, they don't have a long-term careers, they're dealing with situations. They're all dealing with situations as far as females, earths, queens, and the brothers. Now, the queens, the earth, they're very strategic, they know how to move. They're swift and changeable and adaptive. They know how to move. They know how to use what they got to make it work for the time. But they know how to utilize their time to get by. And this is why I was saying before why I feel like the kind of money and opportunities and things that are out there for my brothers and sisters who are around people who not really gods to the core or who even know the God concept to even try to put some shade or put some understanding to what we do is like is defeating the purpose of each one teach one. So or help each other up, or the power to refine. So now as a God body, so I'm not saying I've always been right and exact. I strive for perfection. I did a lot of things. I tested and tasted a lot of different things just to do the math. Certain things I took off face value. I took your word for it. Yeah, this could have you act a certain way. This could make you be a certain kind of person. I took your word for it because by me observing some people, I see how certain lifestyle could lead to a certain way, self-destruction. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm here to say, fair enough. I'm not for the brothers. I'm not because we all equally got our own square. You should have your own square. So if you feel like you know that you could add or bring more to a whole nation, then do that. If you can't bring something or add on, be quiet and step back. If you can't bring something, we got mouths to feed. We need baby need mouths to feed, clothes, services. There's a lot of things going on in each person's life that in my nation I'm concerned with, that a lot of people are taking advantage of for financial gain. Fair enough. A lot of everybody here is a lot tougher than they look. Everybody's a lot tougher than they look. All right. Now I want to just drop a little few signs about money real quick. Cause I do economics and money and what to do with your money. A lot of you brothers getting money now. A lot of sisters getting money. Income tax season. Y'all got your kids, y'all claiming, y'all making moves. Now, the thing about the money a lot of you brothers are getting, y'all not putting the money to the right places. Y'all scared for real. Y'all really are scared. Like me, for example, I don't deal with scary money. You know what I'm saying? For example, I mess with TD Bank. That's my people. True story. You know what I'm saying? I mess with TD Bank. They give you gifts when you have things in process or thoughts that could crystallize a process that could make you a lot of money. See, a lot of bankers and FDIC and SEC people go by long-term investment. They look at your idea and they prophesy and they do like a count on they try to see where would it be in 5 or 10 years if this continue to happen. What will grow and what would not grow? What will be a need? What won't be a need? So now, when money this before the money's even made. Now, when you guys are making money now, here's my thing to word to the wise. Like, reality's not going nowhere. Remember, reality is not going nowhere. The world, the planet Earth is not going nowhere. Different mentality will go somewhere. As we all know, understand, different planets are closer to our planet now. Different things are closer to our world now. Different things are in our world now. So our world is not how it was 10 years ago. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that. So I understand it's not the exact same world. So time has changed. So we're not who we used to be. So we have to, like brothers say, renew our history or we create ourselves. I'm not disputing what has been activated. You know what I'm saying? In our genes, our hormones, and our way of thinking. I see what's going on. A lot of ways of life and knowledge of brothers prophesied the days of time with this attitude behavior is coming amongst people. This is the time that will stand your ground and move from the situation. That's why I let brothers know there's a lot of places overseas that they want brothers like me, civilized brothers and queens and earths. They don't want loud Shaniqua and loud Mike and loud Shanae type sisters and loud Bush type brothers. Saying that has no culture or respect other cultures. You're not trying to run up on people in different parts of the continent, asking them what's their nationality or what do you believe in, or what's this, what's that. To each his own. I'm not disputing that everybody's trying to teach certain things, but you have to understand where you have to save yourself or save your own type of people, your own people. When you realize everything around you is falling apart, so when everybody else world around you is falling apart, and the brother and sister who's supposed to have the most sense and intelligence is not doing what they're supposed to do, that's a threat to our survival. That's a very threat to our survival, especially in the younger generation of brothers who claim to have not self and sisters who have not self. So when the elders, I see why the elders have certain things footed already. They have certain things implanted in ways of doing what they do to maintain their own thing and have everything in an orderly fashion works for them in our world. I see why they say certain things, that we already have. We making the best of it. So we know everybody here's not right and exact. Everybody here's not gonna be, living the mathematics. They're gonna use it wrong. They're gonna use it right. They go, but we have to be all knowing and and all wise when dealing with each other in situations like this. I agree to that to an extent. I do agree to an extent. But when you got other people that have not the self, who have the means and they have the money and the financial power to support a lot of things. But when they look at how we do things, we breaking the moral code of value that we're supposed to have with each other. It's kind of like it's a contradiction. I'm not saying, we all perfect. We're not saints. God body 5% is not saying we saints. But at the same time, if we're looking for support to help our family, our structure, our way of life, to advance us and enhance our the way we looked upon as people with respect, we should treat each other with respect. Like so, what you did last night or last week, I'm not concerned with for brother for God or earth. I understand. I'm not no saint, but what I'm concerned with the money that you guys are getting have a purpose. Now, I'll make 3 points real quick. One is concern your child, a CD account, which I'm gonna show you the way to work around. Another one is called the second currency option, which I own money. And the third option I'm putting out there is the right to travel, go to other places, start all over. You know what I'm saying? Only because it's crowded. Like there's no security. They got cell phones. They got means of transportation. You know what I'm saying? There's no barriers between a lot of brothers and sisters, or sisters from sisters, or brothers from brothers. Like there's no safe haven against ignorant brothers and sisters. We got a cell phone, text messages, and Facebook, all types of ways to get somebody's attention, to come to somebody's world without properly knocking of that person know who you are personally. You just volunteer their services by sending your friend request, a number or something. You know what I'm saying? Now when it's time to do business, because we in need of businesses, we put that information out there so it's easy to get in contact with people and do business, which is perfect to do business. But if you're trying to destroy at the same time because you see our brothers and sisters are vulnerable because of their knowledge and their wisdom, understand you find that vulnerable because you use your ignorance to say I don't care and take advantage of that. In due time, all that's gonna be resolved. Now back to the money thing. The money you brothers and sisters get for working, W-2s or money on the side. Now if you got a job, you got a W-2, right? And you claiming kids, or you self-employed, or you claiming kids, and when you self-employed, you gotta be careful because at the end of the day, if you don't show the money transaction or you request the money, it could hurt you more than it could help you. All right, that's why it's always good to have a legitimate job, a 9 to 5, a part-time job, anything that has a W-2, even when you make a side money, even a little sneaker store, supermarket, Staples, some where you might be in demand, where you make a living, cash the check if you have a seed, and do other jobs on the side. That's the wise thing to do. I see a lot of brothers and sisters been out here, for 20 years, 30 years, and we trying to get things together, and it's complicated. I understand that, but when we get your brothers, sisters, and brothers, for the fathers who got the kids and the mothers who got the kids, if you hear this message, a CD account is what they usually would say would be the best way to go about it. A CD account is when you put money in the bank and you close, you lock it in, you don't touch it for some amount of time, and interest build it up. Now, some of you got kids under 10 or under 15, under 18. Now, income tax, kid credit will be here for a very long time. It's not going nowhere, and neither is business, because business is all over the world. And just because of a few communities are not making money or a few people is not happy in the situation doesn't mean business is going to stop. Business is not going to stop for me, and business is not going to stop for you. So money is still going to be fluent in the air, in the streets, and the money and wires. Money's going to be everywhere. How you use the money, and if you can get money, is another topic. And if you get money, can you keep the money? Is another topic. Can you make the money come back like a lot of brothers have been doing, which is very easy to do, but you know the thing about money. Now, money, for example, I want to say for the parents, and this is a little guide to save your bread. If you get three stacks, 5, 6 stacks, or 7 stacks for your child, you got 1 or 2, 3 child, or 2 child. If you put a stack, and I mean a stack, $1,000, or let's say up to $800 to $1,000 in a child account. Open it. That's right. When you get that $3,000 or that $4,000, one of your child or 2 child, you put $500 in each account under their first or last name. TD Bank. I fuck with TD Bank. You know what I'm saying? It's my people. TD Bank. They do big things when it comes to money. TD Bank, Bank of America, they're very strong when it comes to money. You know what I'm saying? They know where to secure your money, and they let you create your own ideas and ways to help you secure your own money with methods that you have learned when it comes to banking strategies. There's ways so you can save your money through your bank if you know what to ask or what direction you want to go. Now, a city account is a very perfect example of certain account that they use to hold money for long-term goals. Sometimes a year, sometimes 6 months or 2, 3. It's not like you think, but it serves a purpose. Now, what I'm saying as an option is a checking account, which everybody has option to a checking account. And in the checking account, put open your check under your child name. You put up to 500, maybe up 500 to 1,000 to two child, and you do this every year. When you get the break over here, hug your child, and you cut the card in half and don't use it, and leave the $500 in there, and let the and it's, keep it there, but don't use it. Now here's the test. Now, the best thing to do, the bank card is put it in the refrigerator, put it in the refrigerator in a little bowl, and let it freeze. Let it freeze. Just put a bank card in a ice bowl. Let it freeze, and don't touch it. If you move in the future, whatever you do in your life, always know when that bank card shouldn't be touched. I prefer that you break it in half. I'd rather have you cut it in half and still do the same thing and keep it there and don't touch it. All those are methods for don't touch the money. Don't touch the money. If you don't cut the card in half or put it in a bowl with ice to freeze, you're going to leave it in your wallet. You're going to end up touching your child's money or the money that you save for your child's future, you and your child's future. So if you cut the bank card in half or freeze it in a container in your home, save it. Now, if you're a person, you're moving around and you might not have a steady home or you might have a steady situation, then this way you might want to cut the card in half. You might want to cut the card in half. Only because when you cut the card in half, you won't be able to use it that quick. And that way, whatever situation where you could have used it, once the situation has passed, fuck it, you find other means to do what you got to do, and the money's still there. It could be $500 or $1,000. Now, this is people that if you have a job. I mean, if you have a job, you've been working for a job 3 years, you filing taxes, it's applied to you. I mean, you've been filing taxes more than three times the past 3 years, this apply to you. If you haven't been filing taxes in years, this don't apply to you. So this is for parents, brothers and sisters who have been filing taxes for the past 3 years to open a check account for your child. Put up to 500, 1,000 each child account for the next 10, 15 years. That's about $10,000, $15,000. That's if, and trust me, we will go for 10, 15 years. And this is what I'm trying to show and prove by my personal experience that time does change. See, when you always in the street, you struggle as a female, as a male, you don't realize time changes because you're always in the mix. I've been in places for 15 years at different times of my life to see the difference in time when I go places. And I'm a knowledgeable person. So when you're not knowledgeable, you can go to jail or anywhere out of town, the country, and don't realize change because you're not knowledgeable, you're not conscious. This is why I talk a lot. This is why I talk a lot, because I'm very knowledgeable and conscious. And being who I am, I'm the manifestation of what everybody believes in. My thoughts come from what's around me. I absorb what's around me and kind of like put it together and bring it out there. This is not easy because a lot of people don't think themselves like that. You don't look at yourself as a person that has a supreme intelligent attitude or super intelligent concept who's looked upon to be wise, even though people don't need you. You know what I'm saying? It's not so that people need. Nobody needs me. It's just the duty I have, the powers that I possess, the wisdom I have, the knowledge, wisdom I have. That it's ways to do things and get more results for your money. Cause I'm doing it. This is the thing I'm doing it. You really, there's ways to do things. And yes, so you have to sacrifice. You might have to work a couple jobs. You might have to file for. You might have to do some knocking. Somebody might close your door. You might have to put some offering. And people might not see your vision, but you have to have an idea. A lot of you brothers have to have creative, and I'm talking to brothers. You brothers have to have ideas, real creating ideas, real services that we could use in the future. Now, like I said, when you put the money in the bank and you don't touch it, $500. Like I said, take a $5 fee. You cut the card, it adds up. You'd be surprised. Like I said, it's 2015. If you look back, 2005, that was 10 years. If you blink, it's 2015. 10 years went by that fast. If you just save $1,000 a year from work and you had $10,000, you'd be surprised how many brothers don't have $10,000 right now at one time to start a business or help a person in need. So I peeped the problem. Our financial game is suspect, and we give money, brothers give, but we smoking up pounds of weed, bottles of Henny, and all types of clothes and expensive stuff that really goes to other people's pocket. We never see the power of that money. As soon as we get the money, instead of doing something that show where the money goes, we buy materialistic things and creating services that disappear once it's over with the money. So once the service is over, it disappears with the money. Once the product is sold or used, it disappears with the money. Once the product leaves the store, it loses the money. It disappears with the money. So we keep taking our money and putting in things that other people are gaining from. The money they get is used to play mind games and mess with our food and the way we think. Granted, So I peep what's going on. So if y'all understand this concept is going on, y'all say, fuck it, I'm gonna go along with it. I'm gonna play on pagan. I'm gonna play along with the dumb shit because it's better for me to play dumb. It is to each his own. But now like I said, now because money is a major issue for a lot of y'all, the next 5 or 10 years we will be around. But it might not be, as it is today. It could get greater for a lot of you because I'll make sure that. Because I'm on my money thing as well. I'll make sure that I'm a handpick the brothers and sisters that I feel is worthy that to advance with me personally. Like I'm giving you ways to invest in your own. I'm just letting you brothers know if you got kids, city account could make 10, 15,000 pop up real quick. 10 years go by that quick. And when your child get the age of 15 or 20, or you and your child, we got building, and the birthday's coming up, and you think about what's going on, and you realize that your child birthday, you got about 7, 8 thousand dollars in the bank, and 10 thousand dollars in the bank from saving checking account from income tax for the past 10 years, and I might be around, I might mention something, and I will be around. I might mention something. Yo, PAQ got something going on. Now I got enough money to go add on with PAQ. Now I got enough money to put in with PAQ or make a move with PAQ or PAQ got other things going on. I'm just trying to show and prove y'all 10 years will go by quick. And if you don't invest your money or save your money, have a concept of money, respecting how money is worth is to be invested to make more money, not to buy things that you might use for one night, for a day, and loses the money disappears with the services, especially the person who got the money don't do nothing with it. I'm gonna say one more time. If you got a child and you need and because the money is a lump sum, you're able to save income tax season, save income tax season. If you get a small portion of money here and there and it's not enough to save where you can make a benefit of it, I understand that. That's when you're hustling backwards. That's when that means your priorities is off. Whatever your transactions are, whatever it may be. Like I said, females are going to do what they gotta do to help their God or their brothers the best way they know how. I'm not doubting that. I'm not saying don't support one another, but at the same time, always find a better means to get to the point. See, there's always better ways to get to the point. There's other ways we can use our time where the respect is there and the condition is fair. It don't make you feel a certain way or feel like you're going back. Because a lot of times you think you're moving forward, but if you're not doing right, you're moving backwards. So if you got taxes, save for your kids, because now in the next 10, 15 years, where the economy change and a couple of decades go change and money and businesses change, your child's gonna need money to compete with other kids all across the world that have jobs and colleges and schools and a silver spoon and two parents. A lot of us don't have both parents. A lot of us are dysfunctional from way back when we was younger. So a lot of these, that's just in our community, in our 5 boroughs. That's just people I know personally. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the state of New York, you see the whole New York map. You see a little circle, they be like New Jersey, New York City, Connecticut. That's a small circle. If you look at the whole New York State map, New York State is the most populated city in America. So that's a lot of people in New York, and a lot of white different people across America, and they got kids, they have jobs, they got a lot of things going on. Even though it's not put in public, but a lot of people have income from good plan. They don't have the same habits we do. They don't have the same, materialistic things. They don't have the same beef, the same drama, the same issue with kids and fathers and brothers in the community. They don't have the same issues. Every neighborhood have different issues, black, white, or Latino type. But the money, they all use the same money. So the money always go fluctuate. There is money in America. We make our own money. But what I see in my circle, brothers do with their money, even I myself, I had to put a lot of work in, pen work, footwork to get a building put up for the homeless situation going on. They had to use a lot of church money to build up, a lot of Sandy money, a lot of money that was left around. Brothers not saying nothing, and when brothers like me, others are saying something, we got results. So there is results when you make sense. Now, the second I talked about the W-2, right? The second now is the money being black. Now people say we want to control our own money. All right. Here's the thing now. We need not only I'm gonna show you how the process is working on control our own money and how easy it is with 3,000 signatures of NGE. Now all this is allowing us to do is, for example, is see how you have food stamp, for example, to buy food and stuff like the NGE due to proper penmanship and weight of our knowledge and our wisdom and understanding, can have our own money. It could be the same. It could be like the same bill, the dollar bill. It could look black, or it could be on a NGE Visa digital card, and again on that cryptic code for that digital card, it could be a NGE code, a code to show who this is a money that support gods on earth for our services, stuff that we need, that we have shown proof that through our knowledge, we understand, through our way of conduct. Conduct is very important. This is why I started doing certain things and started doing other things. Some people might talk about masturbation or or fornication or sex or drugs or certain things. This is where you have to understand what it means to be God in a nutshell. You are like I said. Let me see. We study our way of life in Islam. I, self, Lord, and Master. I, self, Lord, and Master. Now these concepts could be used for man, woman, and child, but because these concepts and because it kind of has the same foundation as the mathematics, alphabet, and 12 jewels. No matter who you are, if you use these concepts properly, we will get the same result as a whole because we have the same foundation of same. We want things done properly. Knowledge to look, observe, and have respect. You need to have respect for the herbs and the gods, regardless if they're soft spoken, if they're meek, they're not too aggressive or whatever the situation is. A lot of gods ain't fighters. A lot of herbs ain't warriors, but they're civilized people. They have the elders and brothers, different security groups, different brother circles for this kind of the kind of security. But I see it's not there because in the day a lot of brothers are not really gods to the signs of adding on to build to show up our purpose. We hit as a flashlight to the darkness, not to really indulge in it and make it look pretty. And this is what I was trying to show and prove by role playing different ways. I like to see where our frame of mind is at. See, a lot of people think they know your story, but they don't know the story till they've been to where you've been. They don't know how you feel to know where you came from. I have personally and spiritually energy have felt everybody where I like to know there is a problem. It is a problem. A lot of brothers in denial. Denial. Don't even know I am lying. Y'all brothers are in denial because y'all really moving like 85% hard body. Hard body. Like what you do for yourself is why it's called self. So what you do by yourself, your personal, it's all right. When you start adding other people in your world, there is energy. There is spiritual kind of energy that y'all might put in your mind, that y'all have the concept y'all call it. It really does cling on other people. Because your skin is like your mouth. What goes inside your skin goes inside your body. I understand the equator, the equator below the waist, the energy that's stimulated. We all understand that, but it doesn't take away from the food we need to eat, the services we need to get around, the nutrition, the health. We still gotta look. We still gotta maintain our body because this is God's body. This is the body of God, man and woman. So you gotta take care of your body and your health. That's why the dietitian is very important. And what you think about, and who you think about, and what you think about is very important. Now nowadays, we using like how you say sexual favors to do what we got. To each his own. If that works, that works. Now the money part is what I keep telling you, y'all messing up at. Y'all taking the money away from the use of to bring it, I say, a growth. But here's the problem. Why? Like I said, there's three parts of this. The first part of the W2 to long term go for your money. That's the European dollar. That's American dollar. That's not going nowhere. So there will banking is always going to be here, regardless if it's a small bank, a little bank, or whatever. Bank is not going. That's part of capitalism. That's never going to be an issue. Don't let them fool you for 1 minute. They need that to be there. That's what it is. For them to be slave masters, they need slaves. It's just how it is. All over the earth is like that. So that's not going nowhere. But the people mentality as I see is damn near gone. I myself go in and out of changes, but I have to use certain mathematics, certain foundation to always put back on my square. Where I start drifting over certain thoughts and certain ideas, the mathematics put back on my square, and in my square for what I know to be right and exact in my world, I ready to correct myself. Like I gotta stop doing this, I need to stop doing that, and I gotta get back right and exact. That's a strive for perfection. That's when you know you're sincere about your mathematics. That's when you really care about yourself and your people. You're always trying to find a way to rebuild. You don't give up after something go wrong and start breaking things down. Oh, this didn't work out. I'm gonna knock everything down. This didn't work out. You build. You keep building. That's what it means to add on. Now, the money concept is very simple. We need our own currency. That's it. The mathematics support it. Our 120 lessons support it. Our people's conduct can support it. That we have to act a just way. And this is what I'm trying to show y'all, brothers and sisters, when we treat each other, it has to be in a just way, a moral way in public. Now, if people know you're doing dirt as a female, you're doing dirt as a brother, it is what it is. It's going to be like that. Oh, somebody talk about you, you talk about me. That's not going to change. But that's just the method of madness. What happens after you do your dirt is what you do with your dirt money, with the dirt result. What do you build? Are you building bricks to build a foundation, or you making quicksand to trap people up? That's the difference. A lot of you brothers still doing dirt to get by as gods and earth, but the dirt that you're getting, the money from the dirt, you make a quicksand to kill yourself, other brothers, instead of putting it together to make a brick to build a strong foundation. This is what it means to go to love hella right. This is what this the love hella right means. You got to go through one of them stages to come out right. It's real like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, because it's about today's the 7th, some to our God degree, money. Like I told you, W2 for working people. And the second topic is the fact that we need to have our own face on the money. I own $120 bill, and so forth and so forth and so forth. That's not hard. That's not hard. It could be done through electronic or digital money. It could be done with our own. We could put a account for each god of earth. Remember, we did it with ourselves. NGE. This is not everybody. Like I said, nobody's ready to George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and we still use their money to this day. Which is a lot of y'all know about sovereignty and money and some different knowledgeable stuff from history, words and different lessons from gods and Muslims and Moors, Israelites. They all got their version of money and slave and what words mean this, what words mean that, who was behind this, who was behind that. That's irrelevant. That's all that is irrelevant. All that history about who started this, who's the first, who's the last, who's God, who's real, who's devil, who's Satan, that is irrelevant right now. All right, our family structure is being destroyed. Our brothers destroying themselves, and his sisters destroying themselves. That's what I see right now. I myself is in the mix because we are one of the same. Only thing is, I'm showing you how we can come out of the situation. I have to be in it with you first to say I'm gonna show you how we come out of the situation. One, you have to have a knowledge foundation. You have to have that mathematics for real. I mean, for the alphabet, the 12 Jews of Islam, and supreme mathematics, you have to get that together, man. You have to understand the principles of knowledge, what it means to have knowledge, how to obtain knowledge, the principle of wisdom, understanding, what it means to have the culture or freedom. Sometimes I choose freedom, you know what I'm saying? Because freedom is a different concept. And sometimes I want to be with a culture. That's what a woman, man, woman, and child. That's what a woman in the family concept, which is perfect depending on the situation. But at these times, it seems like the wiser move for me is freedom because it's not too many culture. I acknowledge the fact it's not too many culture where it's a man, woman, and child. So I acknowledge the culture part. It's not too many culture. But you still need the proper tools to make wise decisions. You have power or refinement. You have the power for the truth to build on yourself or refine whatever you have to make it better. Your woman or yourself, you have the power to refine it. Once you deal with the power or to refine, you deal with what we call equality. Now, equality means you're equal to but not greater than. Equal to this respect when we deal with equality. It doesn't mean greater than. You have to have to respect to be equal to a person, place, or thing. It doesn't make you greater. That's just equality. Now, when you deal with equality, the next concept we have is God. That's the maker, the owner, the creator of the planet Earth, Father civilization, God, the universe. Now, once you got the God concept as an Asiatic black man, now you have the power to what? Build or destroy. Now, you either go build on Allah's mathematics or supreme mathematics or destroy it, which is your own. You can do that. And depending on if you build properly or destroy, which also would lead you to build, you have what you call next, you bring something to existence. You are born there. You are born. Now, once you're born, you exist. You have what? A cipher. A cipher is 120 knowledge, 120 wisdom, 120 understanding. A cipher is a 360. It's a completion. You have to have 120 knowledge, 120 wisdom, 120 understanding to have a cipher. And once you have a cipher, that's your world. That's your circle. You need to have these proper thinking tools in your concept of thinking to move forward as a God body, Earth and God. Feel me? Now understand this part. Because a lot of brothers don't really have the mathematics, they're perpetrating a fraud or they're using it wrong. Only because they've never been in a place like prison or a place where your math is very important. There's no commercial. You have no respect for your brothers. When you deal with militant brothers in the military environment like prison or out of town somewhere, you have more respect for your brothers and your sisters. You know what I'm saying? When you militant, you have reflection with each other and we have an understanding with each other that you have to be careful. A lot of people, like myself, a lot of people been astray. So when they come back, it depends where their mind is at. Mine astray was banging. Remember, a lot of brothers behind the wall, we banging for our survival. God's banging. Muslim, judge a lot of wars, fight, so we bang. Now when you bang, it changes the way you see things. You know what I'm saying? Headshots, shootout, PCP, guns, bullet, knives, stars. Every time your body shed blood, you lose a way of thinking as a man. You know, every time you ever end up in the hospital, you get shot. This what don't kill you make you stronger. So it loses the way of thinking. It makes you strong as a man because you're not weak no more. You've been tested. You've been shot. You've been thrown over a building. You've been crashed. You've been rushed by 20 guards, head smacked. You come out on top. So you're showing them prove that you are a God in physical form as well as mental. So you have more respect for yourself. You know what you could do as a black man against oppression. So, and then the black will respect you, and you're a beautiful black man. She has to be beautiful as well. But every herb is not, is not a sister. You know, so every queen is not a sister. Every female that comes in the name has their own agenda because at the end of the day, she is a god herself. And as a god, which means a woman that has a supreme mathematics concept, she has to do what she has to do to handle her business, which is approved for herself. If she's by herself, if she has a guard around her, she has to be wise and enlighten him and reflect on certain things, let him know what he need to check in his world and what she need to check in her world. It's real like that. I know where I slip up at. It's what I'm trying to pick up at. So I need y'all to work with me. I'm not asking somebody to change overnight. I'm just saying let's keep in contact, have a level of respect for each other. So when it's time to make a move, I'm not gonna say yo, fuck her, fuck him. I'm not saying fuck nobody. I'm saying I understand everybody, but at the same time, know that you have the power physically by the materials we have, money and the mentality to attract more things. Once again, we're not using the money we get properly through our dirt. Instead of making bricks, we make quicksand. We have to change that, and we can have our own money. We can have our own money. We can have our own money. We can have a dollar bill with a guard on it, a $5 bill with a sister, a $10 bill with an object. We can have a $360 bill with an earth symbol of earth. We can have dollar bills represent us in paper, maybe 10, 50 bills in a digital computer, a digital account of the money that we hold through our own personal digital money. This is what I'm into right now. So if I'm putting it together, I might need 3,000 cents. Everything I propose, I could do on my own, and it work for me as an individual. For it to work for a group of people, I have to show that a group of people need the same service or they want the same service. If I can't show that 3,000 people want the same service, want the same knowledge, or the same power I possess, or opportunity I possess, I will benefit of it by myself and live my life happily ever after. Which some people are saying, which I'm getting about, might be the best bet for me to do. You know what I'm saying? It's really use the knowledge that I have about money and banking, how to use money properly, how to save and sacrifice, and who to talk to, and who to send letters, emails to, and how to address it, let them know who you are and what you're going to do with this money, how you give them their money back. A lot of people will invest money in you, but you have to show them how will they get their money back. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of brothers have ideas they want to get a quick dollar, but they're not showing if a person lend you money how to get the money back. Y'all don't have a good business plan put together to show how your money's gonna make business. I'm not disputing that we all need education, we all need knowledge, we all need a trade. That's the whole purpose of each one teach one. You understand? But I want nobody perpetrating a fraud because my brothers and sisters they're not built a certain way. Yeah, taking advantage of herbs or gods. Because gods ain't, it's not soft about God. And brothers are real militant. And in that circle, we all militant. But we over here, if we not, realize that there is a world around us that has a lot of opportunities, we're sucking off we're eating off ourselves. And when you eat up yourself, you gonna eat yourself to non-existence. You know what I'm saying? When you got a sister eating up herself, or a brother eating up himself, or eating up each other, after we eat all our own food, we're gonna be non-existent. You can't help yourself eating your own food. You have to give food for other people. You have to give people 85% or 90% of the population have resources. They might not use it properly because they got abundance of it. But they have abundance of something. You're not showing them how you can use what they have to better yourself for humanitarian purposes. They will never know. And if they watch you from corner of their eyes, different places, to see if you have any kind of moral conduct, you act like you can't better yourself, or you can't change yourself, or you can't help your child, your family, your friend. Because some people are goody two shoes. There are people who are goody two shoes. I can't believe it. I see it with my own eyes. There's goody two shoes, man, woman, and child, black, white, Indian, goody two shoes on planet Earth. People who got $2 more than us, they don't have the same, situation, the same, how you say, the same things hold them back. So they got the means to get things done, and by doing, they have built a caliber of being a goody two shoes with money and power. So they want things to be like-minded or justified. They might interest in certain things. It might be new things to them, but they know better because they got the money to get out of the situation and to control the situation. Doesn't mean they might be wiser or smart because they got money, but they can observe and see if they want to mess with something or not, or just by the way we conduct ourselves in public or amongst other people. This is being watched by all types of brothers and sisters who have money in their 50, 60, 70 all across the planet, black, white, Indian type. Everybody's being watched in some form or fashion. So I understand y'all don't care about that because y'all don't give a fuck. I do. I understand we're still being targeted. It's the problem. They're trying to eliminate a lot of us for not giving a fuck slowly. As you notice, every day the populace is getting smaller and smaller. People's getting smaller and smaller. New people's coming around. New people's coming out. It is not a black and white thing. Remember, the population of America is white people. So if something happens to America, it happens to more white people than black. So it's not like it's just black. It's just a knowledge itself. It's just knowing what's going on. It's the fact that we as gods have an advantage, knowing what's going on. I feel like we stagnating by sitting in places in situations that we can help. Now, the third thing I was talking about, like I said, the second topic, we can't have our own money. That's not rocket science. We could go to print shop mint, put a $129 bill, I want to be the 120 for Malcolm X, Martin King. I already got the concept. I don't want to give it up all at one time because some of y'all might have similar concepts. So it is what it is. But at the same time, I'm putting these things together to let you know in due time, NGE will have their own service funds for NGE brothers only. That means I have like you have to apply for certain things. You have to apply for this benefit as a guard to have knowledge itself to help you throughout these times when you have females and brothers and sisters who have money in different places and things, but they don't have the wisdom to know what you're going to do with the money. They might give it to another bill power who might use the money to crash or whip it to a family or get themselves killed by getting guns or doing crime. I'm not promoting crime. So we're not promoting crime. A lot of people can't win the lottery, so neighborhoods can get the money, they go do crime. This has been calculated. So I hit the lot a few times. The hour before it cut off, I realized this is actually calculated where I'm being confronted. This mathematic, the lot is being calculated an hour before it goes, it's being controlled. So when you hit numbers and people see who it is, they have a problem with us because they know we try to help each other. We are the target. So when you try to help a group of people, it's different. But if you try to help a few people, it makes it different because they don't want everybody doing the same. That's why they give you problems, causing confusion, Cadillac type things, the FBI put stuff in brothers' ears, sisters' ears, make you do things, make you see things. I understand y'all controllable. All y'all controllable. God, body, earth, everybody's controllable. Bill power, bloodsuckers, Muslim, Moors, righteous, we all controllable to use method of controlling people because we don't really know everything about everything. But what we do know shows that there's a lot of things going on. And because they allow us to do that, then they already have an advantage of us knowing that we know that there's a lot of things going on. So they can control the situation for real. You know what I mean? But at the same, they give you enough rope and space to let you do what you gotta do, which is what they call hope. So they don't make it feel like you might want to commit suicide and despair. Feel what's the purpose? Because there's no hope. There isn't no hope. There is no hope when it's being controlled by the people. But in that same concept of being controlled, you can't maximize things. Probably, let's say if we was good, if we was good law-abiding gods of earth, or if he was a Muslim or Christian, anybody had a concept of doing righteous to the book. And we used to follow everything to the book, saying how to do things righteous. And I'm not saying, everything in the book is supposed to be applied because a lot of these books were used to enslave us. So a lot of these books were used to slave man, woman, black man, black woman, white woman, and man, certain types of men for years. So you can't use certain references in 2015 to show and prove, why you do things that's ugly, why you do things that's bad. I'm just showing you if you use the right things to do to in these concepts, you will get the right result. So let's be for real. Don't say, oh, it didn't work out because this is negative. Yeah, but you got more than one option. And this is why they say, brother, easily led astray and hard to lead the right direction. Y'all quick to go for the easy excuse. Oh, she's easy, or he's easy, or he sold me that it was mine. I found it. Where'd you get it from? A bunch of stupid questions and ways of doing things that's contrary to being wise. You have to be wise. You have to be wise. So when you deal with money, in today's reality, you have to be wise and invest the money properly. And once again, W-2 for parents, city account. We can have our own money. I'm putting that together. And last but not least, we have the right to travel. I talk about China. I talk about Asia. I got a passport. I talk about this all the time. What's up? I talk about this all the time. I talk about this all the time. I talk about this all the time. Because of the fact that we have the right to travel. I'm not gonna stress too much about why it's very important for you to acknowledge the right to travel. Because going to a new school as a student, you might be nervous, but once you get settled in, you might feel right at home, especially overseas in Africa, Asia. I know you're probably hearing these wars going on and all this bullshit. That's in the ghettos. Wars are only done in ghettos where there's low people standards. There's no sheik, there's no god, there's no emperor, there's no president in no country or America going to war. Only people going to war will be like a neighborhood gang, cruising fights because they ain't got shit going on in America because they bored. They like people making noise and they on land. They might go shut it down because they're making too much noise. But there are small groups of people that are not have no standard. Nobody even know they don't even care about them. But because they got relatives in America that's from those places, it's like, oh, why don't you help my country, help my people, help my people. But at the end of the day, they're not here. You know what I'm saying? So America is trying to slowly find a way to disengage themselves for foreign policy, foreign war that is concerned America. Because at the end of the day, you're not obligated. It's because people in this country are from these countries, so they put pressure on political people to be somewhere that you're not obligated. You know, so we're in low desert, empty lot places where the buildings are not even standing. They got cars from back in the day. They have nothing going on in the desert. I'm not saying they're not people, but we got to take care of ourselves first as people in North America. Now, with that being said, China, Africa, different parts where have cities already built. Now, I'm not expecting everybody to come with me or have the same idea. I'm gonna just wrap this up saying I'm giving y'all brothers know, I'm letting y'all brothers know we have options to go other states, other countries, and show and prove that you could be right and exact with your family, with your peers. You don't have to worry about drugs, guns, violence, and negativity because that's not all over. That's certain parts of the neighborhood. Everybody don't have a gun and drugs and coke and try to make you do things. Yes, it goes on. A lot of illegal stuff goes on. Yes, a lot of people are targeted, but that's because you don't have a strong foundation. You're not at the right place at the right time. You dwell in places where it could cause you to lose your sanity and lose your mind. So the right to travel to China, Asia, and other continents not only is preferred, I advise y'all to get your passport. I'm not trying to be funny and really start saving some money and go somewhere, with one or two of your friends, like somebody go to Puerto Rico or Cancun, Mexico, send to sea. Go to Europe. Some of y'all been to Europe before, y'all been to France. You see, it's the same thing everywhere. It's the same thing everywhere. That's not gonna change. What's gonna change is how you get there and what you bring with you. And this is why I have the Land of Music, which is a hip hop fantasy resort where we could run by ourselves, where we could role play 3 days, hotel, accommodation of a recording studio, video, magazine cover, newspaper. We could give a 3 to 5 day package up to 1,000, 2,500 American money. We could just overseas in China, and they would help put that together. The Land of Music or the West Indies, with the Caribbean and West Indies that's owned by America, where the money could still be in American money. Because China, and if this goes down supposed to, it'll be better in foreign places because one, we have people that willing to work for free. And I'm not saying for free like they don't want no money, but in China, they communist country, they have a mentality of being obedient soldiers and leaders. They can follow directions and they can give orders. And because they've been like that for years, they really don't do things different. But it will help build something to say they was part of something because they want to see people grow, because they have morals and principles. They want to see everybody grow, especially black brothers and sisters who consider themselves Asiatic. Not nothing else, Asiatic. I'm talking people call them Asian. If you question anything else, it don't apply to you. Cause you go over this time of Asiatic black man, you let them know the black man originated from Asia, and it's that third. You say, oh, you home. Now look at you like with respect, cause you know who you are as a black God, as a black earth. You help. You are the father of civilization. You are the father of China, Africa, and that you made us to make you slaves, so you can help us build, so we could build. Like back and forth. Now you back. Show and prove the yin and the yang. Now you back. Welcome. Welcome. And it's how they will look at you when you show and prove, and when you say that you're God body, you speak respect to somebody who know what that means. Some people might not know what that means. They be like, what does that mean? Well, I'm an Asiatic black man. Where you from? I'm from Asia. The whole continent, that's where you have to break down the whole continent. Asia used to be known as Africa. And what it said, why? What you talk about, your respect is there. And this is stuff that we all basically know. A lot of you brothers already know the concept of the language. So, but the thing is, we use it in America because this could be applied anywhere. Mathematics could be applied anywhere, and when it could be applied, it could show up in Australia. It could be applied anywhere. I'm just noticing the fact that we're not maximizing our knowledge, our wisdom, and our understanding to the full potential where we could actually be in a better place in America. All right, look where we are in our neighborhood, and like I said, it's not about money, but it's about if you look good, you feel good. You know what I'm saying? If you have something, we have something. If you have nothing, we have nothing. I'm just saying there's a lot of more something out there for us if we apply and take control of our reality and move forward. Or if we really want to be financially secure, we can have our own money because we're intelligent enough to do that. If we want to be social secure, we can have our own community, our neighborhood, where it's only us in the streets and around. We can do that. They have movie theaters and places they use drive for a scene in a movie. A whole neighborhood is fake. They use it for a movie or show. They have cities that's just vacant because nobody's saying something. Nobody's saying something. At the same time, coming inland to America is not the answer. Going outside America is the answer because America has its own energy of the land, and the concept of American state of mind is a burden when you know the truth. But if you go to China, Asia, Africa, we don't have the same European concept. Even with the white people there, when you can see the stronger you are, we have not accepted the overseas environment. You will flourish. You will flourish as a God on the earth. So my story is this. I know I talk a lot. I apologize for that, but we all do. I know you brothers, you have ideas, but you're not activating it, and it's like y'all wait till the last minute to start putting work in. I've been putting work in. I've been banging in so many ways, not even funny. A lot of your sisters, y'all dealing with situations because y'all warriors. Y'all earth, y'all beautiful, y'all queen, y'all can handle it. that can handle y'all you play a part. However you can be wise, however you need to be wise, you be as dumb as you need to be. That I understand that concept. I salute you. At the same time, because knowledge is infinite, be prepared to acknowledge superior knowledge when I come around. Only because if you're my circumference, it's apply to you. If you're not in my circumference like that, it's don't apply to you. Because I'm doing stuff personally for me. You know, so for you brothers and sisters I knew from back in the days, I want you my circumference. So I meet for the first time. I would like you my circumference. Once I make that move overseas to have the situation locked down and key, trust me, it's so much easier overseas for brothers who have not accepted. You'll be mad at the genders already. A lot of people have done this already on the down low. So I'm just letting you brothers know I'm making moves. Brothers, handle your business. Sisters, handle your business. All right, get a passport. A lot of you brothers and sisters, you know y'all working together. Do what you got to do. You know, see if you like America for what it is, it's not going nowhere. We got our own money, invest your money, and know that you know what I'm saying that you have the right to travel. I mean, you don't have to stay. If it's not working out somewhere, you can. If you can't move for a fine situation, fine. Saving, checking does work. 10 years do go by quick. Change your lifestyle, your eating habit. What means the world to you? Is the people you're around. You might have to change your company, fellas. Some of you brothers might have to get new brothers around you, and some of you sisters might have to get new sisters around you, or some of you brothers got to get new sisters around you. Some of you sisters got to get new brothers around you. You might have to switch up. Yeah. Some of y'all might have to switch up now because of limitations. Some of y'all couldn't do but so much. But like I said, I ain't forget none of y'all that I fuck with. You see, if I know you and we know each other on a personal level from back in the days or from here on, I got you. I'm trying my best not to overburden, overcrowd over my thoughts of how I see the world. But there's a real threat going on because I've been behind the wall. I've been banging. The same devil CEOs cracking in the street right now, taking advantage of our sisters and some of our brothers. I know they're not playing because they're killing us in more places than one. So because I know them personally and I'm man enough to step to them, knock them down more than one, they scared to death of me. So respect me. So they tell me stuff they won't tell you. They put me on it, they're not going to tell you. I've been banging against them legally and illegally for years and coming out on top. So this is a brother to be respected because they're warriors in the down low. The devil, the God mentality is a concept that has to be respected when confronted with power. Power recognizes power. A lot of y'all don't have it. Y'all don't have it. Y'all ain't been through the trials and tribulations to show and prove that you could be a leader of 20, 50 men or 50,000 men. Some of y'all got to be able to talk to millions of black people. Are you ready to talk to millions of black people that don't have the same concept as you? How would you communicate with them? You know, what would be the ground that you communicate? I'm coming out with business, currency. I'm using economic structure, how to show how if we turn our back on certain concepts and look inward to certain concepts and we have to have moral. That means there has to be moral conduct. That's where the power comes from. Trust when I tell you. But this is where the less is more. It's where no is stronger. And when you do something with a person, it's because you care and it's consent of a mutual feeling. That's a feeling to the body. That's a good for that. That's vibration. That good vibration will attract more good vibration. A bad vibration, if you do something for whatever reason, is going to leave a negative vibration that we all could feel. I do it every day. But I start perfection. I'm not going to be like staying in one spot, real out thinking it's going to change by itself. We have to change the situation. It is not the end of the world. It is a financial strong point that I have came across with different people. A traveling opportunity that was brought to my attention by different people. In the currency power that we have, that we can put our own face and money in our own historical things on bills and support it by our people by acting a certain way and being who we're supposed to be under those concepts. That what brings us out. The Jew community do it. They got their own hospital, jail, by having a certain conduct or certain way of doing things. Even though they might not be right as that to everybody, but when they keep certain things together, even if they put in the poor part of the earth around certain people, they show and prove they can get shit done. They're not saints. They're not going to be right, but they got enough to have a funny situation where, even though they just can't go back to where they came from, because they say you left here as black, you come back as white. What the fuck's going on? There's a lot going on y'all don't know about people. There's a lot going on. So because these truths do exist and these signs, these things do exist, I have to be fair. I don't know everything about everybody, but I know enough about the devil and my sisters and my brothers to know who and how we're being played. How if you had some balls, you wouldn't be going through what you're going through as a black man. If you really had some balls, you wouldn't be going through as you're going through as a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And for the brothers who do have balls, we need to step up and speak on our brothers' behalf and sisters' behalf, saying enough is enough. Let's make some sense out of all this, because at the end of the day, if we could run around like a bat out of hell, we're gonna lose the best part of our life. That's our mind. That's our mathematics. That's our mind. Trust me, I deal with it on a regular. It's a constant talk at our mentality about how we think and what we think about. Constant. So it's good to meditate. It's good to build righteous brothers. And it's like your parent or somebody repeating doing the right thing. Or after a while, you get tired of it. But it's not your parent teaching you. It's your own self teaching you. Tell you what you got to do. Remember, we reflect each other. So what I'm saying right now is what a lot of you brothers want to say, what you want to say. What I'm saying right now, a lot of sisters want to say, y'all want to say, y'all scared. The energy is real. Like, what's going on? It's been going on. Y'all was in denial. Don't even know. This the energy been around y'all, but y'all been pacifying it by drinking, smoking, partying, getting high, wild out to pass out, orgies, all types of just gotta kill the time. To each his own. It doesn't mean the situation it has changed. How you change the situation, you have to change yourself. America's not gonna give you everything you need to make it work because you're still considered slaves. And until you become a extraordinary person, you do something extraordinary as far as maybe some kind of talent, or you invent or create something, or do something never done before, you might as well get back along with everybody else if you want to be in America. Now, if you want to grow and expand your horizon, the right to travel. If you want to change the way you think, mathematics. You want to change how you look at money, you have to put the word peace first. You got to do things for peace, not for confusion. Because you care, not because you want to share. It's a difference. Sharing and caring are two different things. You got to do stuff because you care about the person, not because you want to share. Because people can share their problems, share diseases, share their pain, share their misery, and misery love company. I'm not trying to share my problems with you. I'm trying to show I care for you by showing you this way to solve your problem, how I had similar problems, and I solve mine. So I just how we got building in the city in New York, we get building in China, or pay for money building in China. It might be 25, 30 people, but as long as I got the brothers that knowledge 120, they have different degree in their belt, different maybe self defense, cooking or building. I want to take 25, give you an opportunity to move or even be in contact when it's time to make a move to show you what I was talking about individually. It's not a group thing. It's a group thing, but it's not for everybody because everybody is not looking for a better place. People have good jobs in the nation, good business situation, good family structure. A lot. I don't. My situation is not a piece of cream. That's what I'm saying. I'm the one who's going about this shit, going about it fast and rapid because it's that real. As far as time is way wasted a lot of time, so I got to move quick because it's been done before. I just wasn't doing it. After I accomplished a few things, I fell back. It's take it for what it is. Niggas, the black sheep got his weight up. The ugly duck got his weight up. But now I'm seeing other people who got similar label as black sheep, ugly ducks. You maximizing your potential. Y'all going in all the wrong direction. So the more the story is this, banking does work. I'm putting the currency together to show them for that, like the food stamp, we can't have this, and the right to travel. If these things are turned down, if the banking is turned down or the money's turned down, the right to travel, the right for me to move out your country is not turned down. They prefer, they tell you all the time, go back to Africa. They want us out. So after I try to establish a certain place for brothers who don't have a lot of money, because you're not a rapper or NBA or NFL, but you have knowledge yourself. You're familiar with PAQ-MAN, you're familiar with Supreme, and we're in contact. So you want to take your family in the future, your kids or your husband, your wife, you want to go somewhere else where you can have a peaceful concept. We have a teacher, the same thing we doing now in our own community overseas without the burden of a white man or police department or some kind of security or some kind of brother to make you feel a certain way about what you want to do with yourself and yours. Those no longer exist. Why? Because we have the experience from America, the backing of the government, because the government will back us up 100%, because we've shown to prove that we all try to use our resources to rebuild. America is a home of immigrants. Because a lot of people that created America was immigrants. It also gives the opportunity to build. That's what global economy was about. A lot of the jobs were overseas because people overseas are working for less and getting shit done. It's mad black businesses and white business owners. They don't have none to sell. A lot of them do, and they have a lot of stuff overseas that you can't see because you stuck over here on Twitter and different social networks where those places don't even allow Facebook or Twitter. Those things are not even allowed over there. You can't even see all the stuff over there because it's not allowed. But because the right to travel with your own self is, brother traveling coming back telling me stuff, showing me where to go. My family, my kids been to China. We've seen that thing for what it is. It's possible, and people are doing it all the time. So, like I said, I'm gonna fall back. I know I talk a lot. This is probably part 2. Understand, we are very intelligent. We are very powerful, and we can get it done. Have some respect for each other, brothers. All right, have some respect for your sisters. Sisters, trust me, handle your business, because your world as a female is totally different as a male. Your world as an earth is totally different as well as a God. If we not, working together to for a common cause. Like what you have to survive as an earth by yourself or with different brothers is different what a God has to do by himself with different sisters or by himself. You know what I'm saying? We all going in different directions, but we have the same goal to better ourselves. So handle your business properly, sisters. Protect yourself. Brothers, have some respect for your sisters. Protect yourself. And if you're going to build, build properly. Have some respect. Have some respect. If you're going to build, build properly. Have some respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm on it. I'm serious about my nation because I've been a part of the nation as a child. I neglected my responsibilities, hanging out with Bill Powers, being led in the wrong direction with all other means of life. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. See, the seventh, the God degree is food, proper food. In the 12 jewels, the food that you take in your mouth and food in your mind, and also money. All right, learn to invest your money, learn to save your money, learn how to have a shareholder of your business idea. You have a business idea, and you can sell your idea until let's say you have idea with 1,000 points. You can sell the points to your idea to other people. Say, listen, I got an idea for a company to do this, company to do that, and I need you to invest in this amount of money. You have to know how to look for investors. I'm not talking about subway station, downtown Brooklyn, Manhattan. I'm not talking about 42nd Street. I can't stand when I see brothers in the hood begging for change in our neighborhood. You can't. The well is empty. Our well is empty. Stop trying to be funny. You gotta go to the bankers. We have to travel out of town. We have to get on a plane somewhere and sleep at a hotel and meet somebody in the lobby and go up to the office and talk for a couple hours, show some paperwork, and let them think about what you're offering and how it's gonna make them some money. How are you gonna make other people some money? If you can't make other people some money, don't waste their time. If you can't make other people money, don't waste their time. So understand that there's method to the madness. But don't feel bad if you're not going anywhere in life. That's because you're not doing nothing. You can't keep doing the same thing, expect a different result. You have to do something you never did before to have something you never had before. And that's to be at peace. You know, what I mean, like I said, I got a building put together, 60 apartments. 3 or 4 years, I could fill this apartment with different people. You know, single sister, single brother. But there's other all migrate like a plant overseas where this whole concept has been put together already, and it's just waiting for people to occupy it with a righteous concept, with a structure. Not people who don't give a fuck that nigga, fuck that bitch, loud arguing. You can't tell these sisters nothing. We can't tell these brothers nothing. Brothers not respecting your girl. Brothers not respecting your kids. We can't have that. We can't. I mean, you know, it's one thing to do certain things to get by. You know, we know how to get by because the condition we're in. But if we go somewhere else and all the grounds are laid out, when you own 100%, because a brother I paid the bill. I paid the bill for something that we entitled to, or I claimed something that we entitled to, and they turned it over to me, and now I have to come back to see, you know, how do I disperse this? How do I let this be known? This belongs to us, or is it even worth it? Is it even worth it? You know, so I got feelings too. You know, so I feel like I'm trying to reach out and I'm getting my hand chopped off. I'm trying to reach out, I'm getting rejected. Like I said, I'm not obligated. I choose to do this. I don't have to. Like you don't have to do nothing but live your life, and so do I. But as a powerful person, comes responsibility that I'm willing to handle. Enlighten a few brothers about their financial situation, or have my brothers and sisters around me accompany me to another continent, or where I have our own situation. I can go by myself, get a bunch of Chinese wives, a bunch of Chinese sons and daughters, and have a good time. I'm a social person. I got jokes. I'm very sociable. I learn new languages quick, and I got jokes. They will love me no matter where I go. Money is everywhere. If you could generate money, create money, it's accepted anywhere, especially if you're a black man with intelligence and you look apart from Winter Baby, the Father ebook. It's the Father ebook. It's the book. It's the book that's for the ebook. It's the book for the ebook. It's being you know it's being looked upon as a legendary historical because it was my first book. It's not my last, but it's potent. If you're ready, you have to have imagination because the fiction is not real. But that's just showing you how even the clothing line, Winter Baby, you know, I got the Winter Baby clothing line. There's a whole concept behind that. I got a few other things going on as far as money that has to do with prison. I got prison things going on. I got a lot of things going on with different things that I'll talk about. Only because I have to be wise in my circle and who I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of snake in the grass. You know what I'm saying? As time is the biggest snitch, and time all things will be revealed. You know what I'm saying? Time is the biggest snitch. So time is revealing to me every day something new about who and what, where, why, what things are going on. I respect it. You know, so I respect it because today what I eat will not make you shit. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to eat like me so we can shit together. But if you're not trying to eat what I'm eating, you try to be in my circle as a woman or a brother and respect, I'm not arguing with you. because the planet shift, water rising here and there, the mentality of people change. You get hurt today, you could be the man today, and get hurt tomorrow. You can be free today, you can be locked up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You could be this today and be that tomorrow. So things do change, circumstances do change. Sometimes for the better, and a lot of times for the worse, depending on how you think. I always think positive. My life always get better every day. You know, I meet new people. Sometimes I try to start things with people and they have different things going on. I still believe in love. Love is the highest form of understanding. Love proper word, proper is Love. If it's not used proper backwards, EVOL. But we're not talking about the word love as something demonic or some hatred to hurt somebody. I'm talking about something where it has to do with care and security. I'm here to make people around me secure. I want to secure people around me financially. If money's a situation, or land wise, we can rest your head every night. If the land situation, if the land situation is the foundation and it's out there all over the earth, already built, already keys are locked, furnished and all, furnished and all, furnished and all overseas, furnished and all. And the same for everybody. Remember, everybody don't think like that. They got fears, phobia, a lot of things going on. It's for brothers who got a God concept, an earth concept, and a family structure. You know what I'm saying? Like some brothers say we can have 4 wives. That's peace. You got 4 wives or 1 wife, 2 wives. That's peace. It's up to you. If you can maintain 4 wives, that's peace. 3, 2. Or if you can maintain, if you rather have you and your wife being like an XY chromosome, one and one. That's peace. All these could be. All these are ways of a oneness, so we can help each other in these conditions in America. That's peace. So if we go overseas and because it's less of us, because maybe a couple hundred or 50 or 20 of us, and what I have established is enough for a whole 1,000 more. Like they said in China, anybody speeding, anybody stressing, because they're looking for long-term investment. And that's what I'm trying to teach you, brother. They're looking for long. Y'all try to get a quick fix overnight. They try to have for the rest of their life. And this is where I'm at with them. I agree with them on that. I'm not here trying to make a one-night stand. I'm trying to be with this concept for the rest of my life and have my generation afterward have the same concept, have it our own. We legends. God's earth are legends. We have a whole new sign that needs to be respected and not to be looked upon as hypocrites and contradiction and fake people that claim to be God, or people who have no idea what God means. You can watch too much TV. Too much TV. So I'm respect the fact that a lot of you brothers who talk the mathematics don't live it in some of your sisters. But I'm not here to point out your mistake. I'm here to point out we both got mistakes. What I'm saying is this: we can learn from our mistake and grow. So stick to the script and be knowledgeable and respectable. Stick to the script as being the earth, as a somebody to be respected and treated properly. Man, woman, and child. Even if you've been doing things not right, it's okay. Because we have the power to refine every day is a new day to make a better tomorrow. Listen, like I said, finance, like when it comes to finance, and that's the problem, the money issue. So I'm busting my pen. To get our own money, because it is that possible. I'm gonna need 3,000 signatures soon. Everything I need take 3,000. I done talked to all the divisions in the district and the people that handle these situations. He told me all I need is 3,000. Everything I mentioned to you, everybody about 3,000 signatures to get it done. Even our own city in America, where they're corner out the 4 different states, they're cornered it back in 4 different states, and we could build it by hand ourselves, or we could buy some of the stuff that already built by people who have architects. They got architect people who built stuff all the time. They got warehouses with community in warehouses. They got community in warehouses. Inside warehouses they have communities already built. So with that being said, don't OD. Do what you got to survive, brothers and sisters. Don't OD. Stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do good business, do good business. Stay healthy. Don't waste these sisters' time and don't waste these brothers' time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm gonna let you know as Supreme, until God Allah, I'm on my money tip hard. I'm a little above the average level. I might not appear to be doing a lot because y'all don't see everything I do, but the results are in. Even my building 715, the proposal, I got an electric charge point in the back of the building. All this was done before people moved in. I already knew what was going on. Even the 2 buildings, even other people who were dealing with the proposals and the donations, I already knew what was going on. It was just a matter of time who was gonna pick it up. So now the cosmic energy, the energy that I possess, put it where I need it to be to do what I'm doing now. You don't have to know how this works, but it works. You have to know how this God concept works or the God signs work. I show and prove because it works. It works. And you have to sacrifice. You can't have it all with this concept. Not in this condition we're in. We need to have our own people around us all the time, like-minded people. We know everybody, and we safe. We don't need to be 50,000 people in one building, 100 different people in one building. This community with 89 people. They have communities with 93 people. Communities with 93 people in their own home, chilling. All right. So with that being said, do the math. You know what I'm saying? Respect yourself, respect your surroundings and people around you. And just pay attention to yourself and help how to clear your thoughts. Cause I go through the same thing. Let's stay this clear. Everything y'all going through mentally, I'm going through. Everything y'all see, I see. Everything y'all feel, I feel. It might not be at the same time, or it might not be for the same reason, but we do understand there's a greater energy around that can't control us. Right? And only because where we at here. Other places they might have similar ways, but if you go there as a concept with an umbrella saying we're here for this purpose, that's already it's like the shock thing to other people. Like wow, they here. The respect alone is gonna make you feel good. When you got your hair wrapped up as a female, call you well groomed. You know what I'm saying? You got respect. You know you got your own attire. You look presentable. You don't look too. Remember, China is different. Overseas is different. Some things stand out. When you stand out too much, it's awkward. They don't like strange things overseas. They have a same simple way of life. They don't like things to be too awkward. But if there's an announcement being made that we coming through as gods and earths, you know what I'm saying, they be prepared for us because they know a little bit about us. Especially you see the Asiatic black man. That's gonna trigger a lot of conscious thinking that wow, they sent it from Asia before we was even born. They're gonna say they are gods for real because they understand that. And that's basically it, man. I'm here to say, brothers and sisters, do what you gotta do. I'm like, it's an uplifting saying. I understand. You're not by yourself. We all going through trials and tribulations of life. We all sometimes we all get stood up sometimes. Yeah, we all do get stood up sometimes. Somebody people do renege on the money they plan to do business with or whatever. It happens. But at the same time, you have to look for other methods. The right to travel, and the right to do business all over the planet Earth. So this is what the global economy is about. All big companies, all the places living like kings across the planet Earth, but America, and none of them are ran by God. They're ran by different black Africans and Muslims. They care less about our women. They look at them as less. They look at us as less. If you say you God, you act a certain way. It's not right, and that. It's not right. You can't say you one thing and you act a certain way. You're not using your mind and your resource to create what you need to do trade or to show superiority against other people. They have to attend to your needs. At the end of the day, right is right. Right is right. When you right, you right. When you have a stronger version of what's going on, you say, yeah, that's right. They are right. They do need to have their own. They have earned that much, or she have earned that much. They have put a lot of work in. They have contributed. And that way, when you have a outlet to a situation, that's what it's called, an outlet. We're trying to get out. You have a way to get out. In America, we have no outlet. We keep going inward to the situation. We need to go outlet, so we get another way to get out of the situation. And that's what I'm offering, an outlet. Peace.